designed for the city. Yeah, same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cause.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday afternoon. Another edition of KFTV Live, presented by Prize Picks. Use our code KFTV and get $50 in bonus lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Knicks are up north in the 6th, taking on the Raptors for the 5th time because of the NBA Cup. So these two division foes will take on each other for the 5th time, and hey, a potential playoff matchup as well, man. So we will we'll see how they fare tonight, because for the Raptors it hasn't been all that good. But joining me today, so going to talk about the team, preview the team. He covers the Raptors on Raptors Updates. You can catch him on all social media platforms. Omir Osman joining me in the building, man. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to our franchise channel members. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. All right, man. We in the spot. Grabber Gaming, we in the place. Salute, salute. Oh, man, how you feeling, man? How you doing, bro? Welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate you for having me on. I'm feeling great. And I know you guys have beaten us all the matchups, but I feel like this one might be a little different. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, 11 straight. 11 straight for the Knicks here. But both teams winning 6 of their last 10. And, you know, Knicks in third place right now, Raptors in 5th. I mean, what do you think has been the key for the Raptors this year? It's kind of been a surprise for a lot of people in terms of where they are in the East right now. What do you think has been the key?
Absolutely. Honestly, with the additions of Brandon Ingram and even as a rookie as well, Colin Boyles has been a tremendous impact. Brandon Ingram, much needed scoring for the Raptors. I felt like in like these last couple of seasons, we didn't have a consistent, solidified like 3-level scorer. And now with the addition of Brandon Ingram, we have a guy that, that flirts between that 20 to 25 points per game range. And as well, when with the rookie Colin Boyles, it helps solidify our defense even more. Even though like he's coming off the bench or plays out of position at the 5, he's more of a 4, I would say. But honestly, he's been a nightmare for opposing teams on the defensive end, and combine that with a defensive player of the year candidate and Scotty Barnes, the star, the face of the franchise, put them together, and the front court defense is absolutely terrifying. So it's just been remarkable to see the additions of BI and CMB.
Yeah, you know what? I like Murray Boyles a lot, man. When I saw him, he's played in the first couple. Now he's supposed to be out tonight, I believe, but he's been playing in the first couple of games against the Knicks, and I like his energy. I like his activity, man. He's one of those guys. I call him a scrapper. He's one of those. He's all over the place, man, and can guard multiple positions. He gives you guys a lot of good energy, man. Good player.
He's a dog. It's like woof woof woof. Like man, like he brings that intensity with him. So
yeah,
I love the kid. He has a bright future.
For sure. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it now. I mean, Raptors 7th ranked in defense this year. Was that a surprise to you? Or, you talked about with Scotty Barnes and what he's been able to do, and then Murray Boyles. But Raptors overall 7th in defense right now with, guys like RJ Barrett and quickly in the lineup.
Absolutely. Maybe from the outside perspective, a lot of people don't notice, but towards the second half of last season, albeit the Raptors did have an easier schedule, we did have like one of the best defenses in the league during that like stretch from like January until the end of season, and I feel like thankfully the Raptors they did pick up for the most part they did pick up that defensive energy, that mindset, that defense comes first, and forcing the turnovers and like running the fast break. And a lot of that mindset, a lot of that attitude has carried over onto this season. And then when you bring in a defensive stud and Colin Boyles, just in his rookie season, he's making such a big impact. And Scotty, now that he's finally having like better supporting cast, or the guys are being more healthier, more people are starting to notice that Scotty Barnes' defensive impact is like through the roof. And I'm really happy to see more and more people are starting to put Scotty's name, if not in the defensive player of the year race, they are putting him in the first team all defense race. So like that's huge. And for someone like Scotty, I know he takes a huge amount of pride in defense, and his personal goal very likely is like that he wants to win defensive player of the year. So I'm very happy to see him like not just say that I want to be a defensive player of the year, but also showing on the court that he's getting the steals, blocks, turnovers. So very happy to see this progress.
Also, shout out to HT in the chat. He says, Brandon Ingram, he's been tough to defend. And yeah, when BI's been seeing the Knicks, man, he's been able to rise up. He's got that high release point, almost like a KD. And when he gets into his mid-range, man, he's been tough to beat. What's been your impressions of Brandon Ingram in his first season with the Raps, man? First full season with the Raps.
I mean, you said it best yourself. Mini KD in himself right there, man. Like three-level score, that ridiculous like wingspan, and like it's so hard. Like you can only like, and when you're watching some games, like even though I'm a Raptors fan, but like seeing like the other opposing teams, like you just gotta pray for them. The dude is like ridiculous, like high arc and
Yeah.
like long wingspan. Like you can only do so much, and I feel like with the Knicks having like a guy like guys like OG Anunoby with his physicality and Mikal Bridges with the long wingspan is like I've been noticing that a lot in like the 4 or 5 matchups that we had so far this season. Like you know matches up really well, but like other teams that don't have that, that physical brute type of guy or guys with long wingspan, it's just like you already know BI is gonna drop like an easy 25, 30, if not more. Like he's just a talented and gifted scorer. So I'm just so happy that we have a talented player like him on our team now.
Now, you mentioned our guy, OG Anunoby, man. We call him the dog. A historic, epic trade a couple of years ago, which saw OG come to the Knicks and RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly go to the Raptors. And OG, man, he's been absolutely electric here for the Knicks. And when he's shooting the ball well and he's playing at an all-defensive level, the Knicks are damn near unstoppable. Now, he's starting to get his shooting form back. He came out the All-Star break a little bit slow. But what have you thought about OG in the Knick uniform, man? You were watching him all those years with the Raptors.
I was watching a clip a couple of days ago, I believe Coach Patrick Matumbo, and
Yeah.
he was talking about like the development of OG and stuff. I feel like when he was with the Raptors, being Canada's team and stuff, I feel like a lot of American teams, American fans didn't really know like OG Anunoby as well, as much as us Raptors fans were glazing him. And when I feel like around that time, people were talking about the Kawhi Leonards, the Pascal Siakams, Kyle Lowry's, and then Fred VanVleet, and then like towards the final stage of his time in the Raptors, Scotty Barnes. I feel like OG Anunoby was like overlooked for non-Raptors fans. And now seeing him in like one of the biggest, if not the biggest markets in the league in New York, seeing him get all that spotlight and stuff, it's like us Raptors fans is like we've been telling you guys for years how good this guy is. Just that typical, prototypical 3-and-D demon, and he's killing it, man. And I noticed like in that playoff run you guys had last season, like he was so huge. Like whether it was like huge scoring games or locking up the opposing team's best player, like he was doing it all. And if you guys have like no, last year you guys after like 20 plus years made the conference finals, and now another like 20, 30 so years you guys make the finals or even win the championship. I know 100% OG is going to play a huge role in that, just like for his defense and his growth in the offense as well. He's definitely going to be a huge part of your guys' championship run.
Yeah, no question about it. We're talking to Omar Osman, the head of
Yes, sir.
Raptors updates. You can check him out on Instagram and on Twitter. Talking about the dog, OG Anunoby. Now, Knicks have owned this series, man. 11 straight games they've won. Coach Darko, he talks about, man, this is going to be one on the rebounding because the Knicks have been dominating on the boards. Now, the Raptors will have Jakob Poeltl back for the first time in this series. I don't know if that's going to help, but overall, what are you expecting from him tonight with these Raptors, man? Jakob Poeltl, what are you expecting?
Yes, sir. This morning I posted like my game day preview on Instagram, and mentioned the players that we should focus on tonight is Karl Anthony Towns and Jakob Poeltl. Um, for those like Raps fans know that last game we faced the Washington Wizards, and Jakob Poeltl put up 18 points and 10 rebounds, so a double-double machine. And these last couple of weeks, months, good good chunk of the season, unfortunately, even the games that he was playing, he had like a broken back,
Mm.
and he looked like a shell of himself. He did not look like Jakob Poeltl. He just looked like some tall dude that's just on the floor. And unfortunately, he looked really bad, and like fans were really disappointed to see. But last game he put up 18 points, 10 rebounds, and fans are really hoping that he rides that momentum into tonight. And it's not an easy task because
Yeah.
I checked the stats. Cat averages 15 rebounds a game against the Raptors, and you guys, as Darko mentioned, have like a phenomenal backup center in Mitchell Robinson. So it's not going to be an easy task for Jakob Poeltl tonight, but hopefully, like he does like make things a little bit competitive uh, with crashing the glass and front court presence. So really excited to see how Jakob Poeltl does tonight.
Yeah, the Knicks will have their twin tower lineup. Knicks opting to go with Mitchell Robinson tonight versus tomorrow on the second night of a back-to-back against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm probably thinking they want him as rested as possible before they travel all the way to Denver. So maybe that's the thought there, because then he's got to take on the Joker. So, most Knicks fans want him to play the Thunder, but instead he's going to take it out on you guys on the Raptors, man. Speaking of RJ, first off, I'm very glad he didn't get traded, man. All the trade rumors, especially when they were talking about trading him to the Sacramento Kings, I didn't want to see that. RJ's my guy. I didn't want to see him going from New York to going home and then going all the way to the worst team, damn near the worst possible situation in Sacramento, man. I hated that, man.
Oh my God, man! As a Canadian, man, my heart was like pounding, like dig 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 dig. Please, God, and like,
Yeah.
for me, that's proof that God is real, because I was praying so hard that he doesn't get traded to Sacramento in the Domantas Sabonis trade rumors, or I believe there was like some rumors. I don't know how much validity there is to it, but like there was some talk that RJ could have been traded to New Orleans as well for Trey Murphy the third. And like you mentioned, like you don't want to see the hometown kid get traded. At least if you're gonna trade him to like a playoff team, or like
Yeah.
trade him to a championship caliber team. But trading him to like one of the worst teams in the NBA, like man, that would be so heartbreaking. Like um, maybe I'm just biased. Maybe it's the Canadian bias in me, but like as long as you can, I want to see the hometown kid be in Toronto for as long as possible.
Yeah.
If not, probably if he does like leave Toronto, like I want to see him back in New York, because like that's the team that drafted him. And I see a lot of Knicks fans like from time to time show love to RJ Barrett. So alternate between these two teams, between Toronto and New York, that's fine with me. But anywhere else, I'm like,
Yeah.
probably not, man.
So yeah, it's tough. What have you? A lot of people give him credit, in terms of Coach Darko's system. What have you liked about RJ this year with the Raps?
Honestly, kind of tying in and back to the previous point with all the trade rumors, and unfortunately, like last year, a couple of years ago, it's like his little brother Nathan also passed away. Rest
Yeah,
in peace.
tough.
And like so much stuff going on. Oh, sorry, not to mention as well, like 2024 Olympics as well. I don't know if you guys seen the Netflix documentary or not, but like RJ was like extremely pissed off that we got bounced by France. But yeah, anyways, like these like three, four factors, like like for like most people, like we're all human beings, like mentally that's so draining and all.
Hmm.
And he's just an ultimate professional. Like he keeps his head down. He's working hard. like putting the social media stuff to the side and like just grinding, grinding, grinding. If he has a like bad game, he brushes it off, goes back in the gym, works hard, and bounces back and has like a 25 point game. Last
Mm-hmm.
season he averaged 21, 6 and 6 roughly. And a lot of people slept on that, obviously because of our team record. But he's just like he loves his team, his hometown team. He loves his country, and like he puts all that distraction to the side, and like he just
Mm.
wants to work, 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 and like he wants to put Toronto back in that playoff conversation again. So I really love and appreciate RJ Barrett for being the ultimate professional and playing for the team, playing for the name on the front and not the name on the back.
Yeah, good stuff there, man. That's my guy. We definitely wish him well. So what do you think, man? Are the Raptors gonna break the streak, or do the Knicks take this one again for number 12 in a row? What do you think, man?
My Raptors fans are gonna hate me for saying this, but like you guys are a championship caliber team, and like with a team with you guys, like I feel like you need to be at full strength, and I don't want to like overvalue him, but Colin Murray Boyle's like not playing tonight, and the last couple of matchups, like he gives you guys like some problems, and unfortunately he's not playing tonight. Um. I don't think tonight would be the night for us to break it. However, because the last couple of games, like it's been like relatively easy for you guys winning or having some blowouts and stuff. At the very least, like I'm just hoping that tonight that now with like Jakob Poeltl healthy and like basically the starting five's healthy and every like the bench is also healthy too for the most part,
Yeah.
that we at least make it competitive. Like I feel like even like on the winning side, blowouts are like kind of like boring, and like for the losing side, it's very demoralizing. But if you have a competitive game, win or lose, it's like at least like there's some fun to it, and there's like more like learning points rather than like if it's just a flat out blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, good points. Good points, man. I think the Knicks will take this one. We'll see. You never know. Maybe these teams meet in the playoffs. Hopefully, the Knicks can get past Boston and take that 2 seed. But, if they stay at 3, Raptors drop to 6, you got a 3-6 matchup. Or hopefully not. If the Knicks slide and the Raptors stay there at 4, then we got a 4-5 matchup. So, hey, you never know. And that's why they play the games, man. But yeah, great job today, man. Thanks for joining us and previewing the game with us.
Appreciate it, my guy. It's a huge honor. I'm a big fan of your show, so uh, God bless you. God bless the Knicks. God bless the Raptors, and hopefully we have a fun game tonight.
Hopefully, man. All right, we'll check you out next time, man. Salute.
Salute. Easy, my guy.
All right, that was our guy Omir Osman. Check him out on Raptors updates. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Salute to the franchise channel members in the chat. Call me up on the KFTV Discord if you want to chop it up on tonight's game. Knicks in Toronto for the fifth matchup against the Raptors. So we'll see how these guys respond. I think the Knicks should be able to handle business. The BI matchup is real. We definitely got to give respect where respect is due. He's had some good starts against the Knicks. Let's see if he can put a full game together, and then Scotty Barnes as well. I think the Knicks should be all right. I like the way that the Knicks are riding this defensive wave. They moved up to 8th in the league right now, so I'm very happy about that. To me, that's been the biggest development with this team over this stretch. Shots are going to come and go. OG found his. McCall got hot against the Spurs. We'll see with Josh Hart. We'll catch back up. I think tonight he'll get back on track. But it's really the defense, to me, that I'm very happy about. That's what we need going into their toughest stretch of the regular season. Once they get past this, no easy games. Of course, we know this, no easy games. But once they get past this stretch, the final West Coast trip of the season, which usually comes later in the season, you usually kind of get back into like a good flow to wrap it up. And the season's almost over, man. I feel like we literally just did our schedule release and doing our predictions, and here you go. The season is practically over. Okay? But for the Knicks, we got some work to do. Now, 2 games back. Let me put up the standings here. 2 games back of the Celtics. Now, Celtics are talking about the Tatum thing. Oh, Tatum's coming back and all of that. So, hey, 2 games back of the C's. First place is probably out of the reach. 1.5 ahead of Cleveland. And you got Raptors, then the second night of a back-to-back against OKC. And then you have second night of a back-to-back against OKC. And then you have Denver, Lakers, Clippers. And Clippers have been playing tough. Don't sleep on the Clips. Clippers have been playing tough. And then you finish in Utah. Then you got to go to Indy. Come home against Chef and the boys. Another game against Indy. Like, once you get back home, you got at Utah, at Indy, at Golden State, home against the Pacers, Brooklyn, which is a home game, Wizards, Pelicans, Charlotte. Like, these are cleanups right here. Then you got to go to OKC on Sunday, March 29th. Houston, at Memphis, back-to-back. Chicago, home. You got Easter. You got 2 days off for Easter. Then you in Atlanta. That Boston, April 9th. That is the game to circle. Because if they're able to maintain and keep pace, that to me could be the second seed sweepstakes. And remember, the Knicks have already won. The Knicks are up 2-1 on the series. So that's going to be a big game. April 9th against Boston. Stevie Nicks, do I see Mo Diawara on Ingram tonight? Certainly possible. Yeah, certainly possible. Why not? I can see it. All hands on deck, man. That definitely all hands on deck. I can see it. All right, who else we got in the chat here? Salute to the family, man. Salute to the family. We are in here live and direct. Who else we got? Kevin Peters, salute. If the boys don't complete the mission, it's going to be a long off season. Well, we got draft, we got free agency, but I'll let the off season handle itself. Yeah, when you're well-oiled machine, it goes by quickly. Season's definitely going by very, very quickly. All right. So, yeah, man, salute to everybody. Salute to all you guys for tapping in. We'll do another one tomorrow for the Thunder game. We'll preview the Thunder matchup. We'll get another guest on here. And you know what to do tonight, man. Come back here for play-by-play with CK2K and then post-game live, myself and Alex, breaking down this one. Knicks in T-Dot. Shout out my guy, Jason Woke. He will be in the building tonight at the Air Canada Center, Roger, whatever they call it. He'll be in the building behind the Knicks bench. So we'll look forward to getting his content, and we'll post it up on the KnicksFanTV social channels. Okay? All right, man. Great show. I got a meeting I got to get to right now. I'm actually running late for it, but salute, man. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. And we'll see you guys tonight, man. Like, share, and subscribe. We out of here. Great show, everybody. Peace.